Today we're taking a really fascinating journey into an auditory revolution. We're exploring this massive leap from the flat soundscapes we've literally known for decades into a completely spherical world of breakthrough sound.
Okay, let's dive into this. To truly grasp this shift, we have to start with a direct, almost intimate command: please put on your headphones. Why start here? Well, because this isn't just about tweaking an equalizer or, turning up the bass. It's about preparing yourself for a totally new way to experience sound. Putting on your headphones acts as the literal threshold you cross to enter this new audio landscape. It signals to your brain that the traditional rules of how we consume media are about to completely change.
But before we can really appreciate this breakthrough, we need to understand the baseline, right? The sound of stereo. For nearly our entire lives, our media, our music, our movies, our games, has been delivered through one dominant paradigm. This is the traditional audio that we've all grown so accustomed to. It's basically the default setting of our digital lives. But to understand why this new technology is so revolutionary, we first have to look at what stereo actually forces our audio to do.
Think about the key word here, limited. The source material is very explicit about this. Stereo is an audio format that is strictly confined to just two audio channels. Think about what that physically means for a second. All the dialogue, all the soaring musical scores, all the explosive sound effects, the whole shebang has to be crammed, mixed, and ultimately flattened into just two pipes, a left channel and a right channel. It creates a completely flat left and right limitation for the listener. It's basically a wall of sound facing you, rather than an environment you are actually inside of.
Well, right now, that flat wall is coming down. We are entering 3D space. We're no longer confined to just the left and right. This is the moment we prepare to break entirely out of that two-channel limitation. Imagine taking a flat drawing and suddenly inflating it into a fully realized three-dimensional globe. That is the fundamental conceptual leap we're taking right now. And this brilliantly illustrates the heart of today's explainer. When you compare them, stereo is locked in, restrictive, and limited to two audio channels. Dolby Atmos, on the other hand, completely rewrites the rules. It manipulates individual sounds in 3D space all around you. Instead of sound being a single, mixed block of noise just pushed out of a speaker, Atmos treats every single footstep, every raindrop, and every whisper as an independent, individual element that can be actively positioned in a spherical space.
So exactly how unrestricted is this space? Where can these sounds move? First, above you. You aren't just hearing a helicopter sweep from left to right, you literally hear the rotors chopping directly overhead. Second, far away. The sound can mimic vast geographical scale, giving you a sense of echoing canyons or massive arenas. And third, right up close, pure intimacy. Audio positions so closely it feels like someone is whispering right beside your ear. The sounds are no longer just pushed through a flat speaker system, they're manipulated individually in physical geography right around your head.
Now that we understand how sound moves in a 3D environment, let's look at the emotional impact. Because let's face it, technology is only as good as the feeling it creates. This is entirely about moving you from a passive observer staring at a wall of sound to actively placing you dead in the center of the action.
So, the crucial point is captured perfectly in this quote from the source: "Build worlds of sound to tell any story." This elevates Dolby Atmos from a mere technical specification into an absolutely essential tool for artists, directors, and storytellers. They aren't just recording audio anymore, they are architecting worlds. The 3D space becomes a canvas. Every individual sound placement is a deliberate choice used to craft the narrative, heighten attention, and draw us, the audience, deeper into the universe of the story.
This experiential journey really unfolds subtly at first. Step 1, it catches all the little details. Maybe it's the faint crunch of a single leaf behind you. That detail triggers step 2. It puts you right in the center of the action. You react, you feel surrounded. Because of this precision, we hit step 3. It sounds just like the real world. Your brain processes the audio not as media, but as actual reality, which ultimately culminates in step 4. It transports you to faraway lands. What starts as a tiny, highly detailed sound in a 3D space escalates rapidly into total, seamless narrative transport. Bringing all of these concepts together, we see that stepping inside the story with Dolby Atmos represents the ultimate evolution of media immersion. We've moved from the flat, two-channel restrictions of the past into these vibrant, unrestricted worlds of breakthrough sound. It's a real game changer. It's a fundamental shift in our relationship with the media we love, turning viewing and listening into a fully enveloping environmental experience.
The tools for total immersion are finally here. We've seen how the technology works, how it maps out 3D space, and how storytellers use it to architect reality, so the only thing left to ask is this: where will breakthrough sound transport you next? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you next time.